Today we are introducing one mathematical topic known as vectors. Actually, there are two types of physical quantities. What is physical quantity at first? Can anyone say what is? I am not asking and I will never ask the definition of anything. I just want you to understand what I mean to. So even if you got some examples of physical quantities, it will be sufficient for me. Physical quantity, anyone knows what the meaning of physical quantity is? Yes, you. That can be measured. Okay, anybody else? You? I am asking you about what the physical quantity is. Be seated. What the physical quantity is. Give some examples. It is also enough for me. You tell me. Mass, length. Okay. Approximately there are more than 200 physical quantities you will come across during the teaching learning process of 2 years span. And actually the study of physics is accumulation of knowledge of all the physical quantities. You must be aware about the meaning, the definition, the dependency of that quantity upon certain factors, and interrelation of the physical quantities is actually the equation of any physical quantity. So you can imagine the size of the memory power you must insert in this system. Otherwise the system will be hang. Is it not? So there are so many physical quantities you are supposed to study. Not today only, rest assured. They are classified into two, vectors and scalars. Vector quantities and scalar quantities. Scalar and vectors, I think you might have come across the difference. Radhiraj, Sarvya. Name Radhi? Name? Radhiraj. I call you Radhiraj only. Okay. Yes. Have you ever heard the difference? Yes. Go ahead. Only magnitude. In which case only magnitude is sufficient. Scalar or vector? Are you asking or replying? Okay. Be seated. Vectors require mention of value as well as direction while describing the physical quantity. Let us create hypothetical story. Suppose I am having empty vessel. I am not actually showing the vessel. You just have to imagine the story. Somebody comes and keeps 1 kg potato in this vessel. So the quantity I am describing right now is neither potato nor person nor the vessel. It is mass. Suppose mass is 1 kg potato, okay? Suppose another person comes, keeps 1 kg potato in the same vessel. Then the total mass of potato will be 2 kg. You all are very, very bright, so that you replied very correctly. But actually, I described the phenomenon in such a fashion that you replied correctly. So to describe the quantity like mass, just imparting the information about the value is sufficient to describe it. Even if I describe the same story like this, suppose empty vessel is there, one person comes with 1 kg of potato from this direction and keeps it in the vessel. Another person comes from that direction with 1 kg potato, keeps in the same vessel. Answer would not alter. It will be 2 kg only. Because giving the direction in explanation of the mass type quantity એ આપણે ગુજરાતીમાં ડોટ ડાયા થયા જેવું કહેવાય. યુ આર નોટ રિક્વાયર્ડ ટુ, યુ આર નોટ સપોઝ ટુ ગીવ ધ ઇન્ફોર્મેશન ઓફ ડાયરેક્શન ફોર ફુલ એક્સપ્લેનેશન ઓફ ધ ક્વોન્ટિટી માસ. But let us this time consider another quantity. This is a body, and suppose 1 Newton force is acting upon this. 1 Newton force. So the quantity under consideration right now is force, and its value is 1 Newton. Another person comes in and exerts the same force at the same point upon this body at the same time. One person exerts 1 Newton. Another person also exerts 1 Newton. So 1 plus 1 becomes 2. But I declare that you all are wrong. You are not wrong because you are wrong. You are wrong because I am not able to. I have not explained the quantity properly. Actually, force is a quantity which is not fully described by merely exhibiting the value. We must give the direction also. Now suppose I fully explain it once again. One person exerts the force in the downward direction. Another person exerts the force in the upward direction. Simultaneously at the same point. Now tell me what is the result? 0. Now you are 100% correct due to me, because I have explained this quantity at the fullest. So force is a quantity. You need to, if you want to describe it fully, you need to mention both the things, value as well as direction. Such quantities, there are so many such quantities in physics, are known as vector quantities. Put it in simple words, with direction, without direction. Value is common. Okay, with direction is vector, without direction is scalar. Let me list out few quantities. Displacement, velocity, momentum, acceleration, force. There are so many. Another list for scalar quantities: distance, speed, time, mass, density, work, power, energy, pressure, and so on. See, when I say that you will come across more than 200 physical quantities, there may be very huge list. But today it is not in my subject or in my planning to list out all the quantities. Just I want to give you the difference between scalar quantities and vector quantities. Then we will shift towards vector algebra. Vector quantities are very, very unique quantities, and they follow different mathematics, because we have been taught so far that 1 plus 1 is always 2. And this is not specific to Indians only. Every person residing on this planet will say that 1 plus 1 is 2. But when it comes to vector quantity, 1 plus 1 becomes 0 also. And it is not always becoming 0. It may be 2 also. It is not always either 2 or 0. It may be anything between 1 and 2. It may be root 2 also. It may be 1/2 also. It may be 1/3 also, depending upon the direction. That means there must be some different mathematics of addition, of multiplication, of subtraction of the vector quantities. All the quantities have their internationally accepted symbols. Small t, mass, density, sometimes rho, sometimes d, work, w, power, capital P, energy. There are different symbols also. Pressure. The symbol for displacement is d, velocity v, momentum small p. देखिए ये small p में इतना ठोंगा रखना है. Small and capital P must not be differentiated looking to the size of their size and shape. एक्चुअली कैपिटल पी का ठोंगा नहीं करना है, स्मॉल पी का करना है, ठीक है? दिस इज हाउ वी विल डिफरेंशिएट. Sometimes students worry about how to differentiate between pressure and power. But rest assured that you will never be asked the question that there will be a full blank paper and one big P will be there and you will be asked to find out for what this P stands. ऐसा क्वेश्चन कभी भी नहीं आने वाला है. Looking to the related story, you will realize that this P stands for pressure and this P stands for power. Okay. Acceleration is small a, force is capital F. These are the symbols. To represent scalar quantity, three things must be there. Number one, its symbol. Number two, its value. Number three, its unit. Unit is the parameter through which the quantity can be measured. There may be more than one type of units depending upon the degree of its measurement. Suppose time. It can be measured in seconds, it can be measured in minutes, it can be measured in hours, it can be measured in days and nights and months and years and even light years. Is it not? But light years is not the unit of time. It is the unit of distance. Okay. See, which type of unit you must consider depends upon the degree of range of the value in your particular phenomenon. Suppose you are measuring the life of a person, at least you must make sure that it is measured in years. It should not be measured at least in seconds, otherwise looking to the figure the man will immediately die, that I am too old. Okay. But the representation of vector quantity is different. From here, new stands things. You have to put small arrow above the prescribed symbol of the quantity. It is read as vector D, vector V, vector P, vector A, vector F, and so on. Sometimes they are also written in bold letters. Which one you would like to prefer? Arrow or bold letter? Arrow. Bold तो आपने हम घनी वक्त लोंदा नहीं करता हो तो थी जाए. So we will not use this, but you will come across certain books in which vectors will be denoted by typing them in bold letters. This is also similar. Now after when you write down that vector F is Newton, you must mention the direction in which that force is prevailing. Suppose it is existing in positive x direction. For example, when you put an arrow upon a symbol of a given quantity, then it is compulsory for you to mention two things about that quantity. Because it because it is a vector quantity, value as well as direction must be mentioned. But suppose you are not interested in describing the direction of a given quantity, then there is another symbol. Put the symbol in modular form. Mode vector F, it is thus read. Mode vector F, or simply F. Look at the symbol. If arrow is there, it vector, force vector. Vector means value as well as direction. But when it is written like this or without an arrow, that it means you are only interested in describing the value. इसमें आपको सिर्फ 10 न्यूटन ही लिखना है, despite it is a very very core vector. When you were studying standard 9, you came across velocity, momentum, acceleration, force, etc. You never used arrow overhead. That means उसमें ऐसा नहीं है कि तब वो छोटी उम्र में था, पुख्त नहीं हुआ था तो एरो नहीं करना था, अब उसको एरो से लिखना, ऐसा नहीं है. उस वक्त you were not interested in discussing the direction. So it was representation of only values, and only values can be written without an arrow. Understand? Let's go to the words given in the material. In physics, quantities are classified as scalar quantities and vector quantities. The basic difference between the scalar and vector quantity is that with scalar quantities, direction is not involved, while the direction is involved with vector quantities. See, initially, so far as 11th standard is concerned, getting you write all these things is just to make you practice and continue writing. Otherwise, during vacation period, इससे ज़्यादा ये फिट नहीं होगा, क्योंकि हाथ में हर बार रिमोट कंट्रोल ही रहता है. तो थोड़ी पेन भी हो जाए हाथ में, इसलिए लिखवाते हैं. बाकी लिखना इतना जरूरी नहीं है. ठीक है, समझना जरूरी है. Scalar quantities, quantities for which complete information is obtained by knowing their values only, are called scalars. Temperature, time, there are so many. A scalar is represented by a number showing its magnitude in a proper unit. The combination or association of scalar quantities, that means addition, subtraction, multiplication, etc., happens in the routine mathematics, similar to routine mathematics. Means 10 kg plus 5 kg becomes 15 kg, that's it. But 10 Newton plus 5 Newton can be anything. The answer will be out of Pandora's box. Okay? It depends upon, because it is new mathematics. બકવાસ છે સબ, मतलब ऐसे तो क्वेश्चन નો આપે તો કોક દાંત કાઢ્યા કરે, ક્વેશ્ચન કરતા નથી. બાકી આવા ક્વેશ્ચન નહીં આવે. Which quantity is scalar, which is following physical quantities? ચાલે, no problem. The quantities which need the direction as well as their values to be completely known are called vectors. Velocity, acceleration, force, torque. Torque is new to you. Again, the same type of question. A vector quantity is represented by putting an arrow on the symbol of that quantity or as a bold letter. For example, the force vector is shown by vector F or bold. जाने दीजिए इसको. Now, let us go ahead with vector mathematics. Are symbolically represented like this, means putting an arrow over its symbol, okay? But another way of representing the vector quantities is geometrical representation. Geometry means with the help of some diagrams, pictorial representation. रिप्रेजेंटेशन, डिस्क्रिप्शन, डिस्क्राइबिंग मीन्स किस तरीके से लिखा जाता है. ये एक तो मैंने बता दिया कि मान लीजिए फोर्स वेक्टर है, इट्स वैल्यू इज 10 न्यूटन फॉर एग्जांपल एंड डायरेक्शन इज पॉजिटिव x. तो दिस इज नॉन कन्वेंशनल मेथड ऑफ डिस्क्राइबिंग एनी वेक्टर क्वांटिटी. पिक्टोरियल डिस्क्रिप्शन मीन्स एनी सच डायग्राम which can impart both the information by its value and direction. For that matter, arrow is drawn whose length is proportional to the value of the quantity, and put an arrow in the direction in which the vector quantity is prevailing. That's it, very simple. बस. હવે પછી લગભગ થોડા દિવસ સુધી વેક્ટર આવા જ આવશે, વર્ડ્સમાં નહીં આવે. વેક્ટર મીન્સ આવું એક ઠોંગું, ઠોંગુનું an arrow whose length gives us information about the value, and arrow gives the direction. Sometimes this is called head of the arrow and this is tail. See, यहाँ पर एक स्केल की आवश्यकता रहेगी. Otherwise, length cannot be 10 Newton, is it not? length must be measured in millimeter, centimeter or meter. For example, you can take the scale in this case as 1 centimeter is equal to 2 Newton, then you need to have 5 centimeter length. So 1 centimeter length, if it equals to 2 Newton force, then 5 centimeter length equals 10 Newton. Suppose this force were existing in the upward direction, then the arrow would have been in upward direction. Okay, very simple. See, the contents I am delivering in for a couple of weeks will be very, very simple. But it will be strange because the new concepts will be discussed. For example, there are two vector quantities like this, vector A and vector B. इसके बारे में प्रसंगोचित दो शब्द आपको कहने हैं। जय स्वामीनारायण, खड़े हो जाइए। नाम क्या है आपका? ऋष है? उत्सव, उत्सव के बाद उत्सव गढ़िया। यस गढ़िया जी, इसके बारे में आपको जो भी समझ में आता है कुछ बता दीजिए, दो शब्द। Both physical quantities, they are not forces. They are vector A and vector B. Both are acting in the upward direction. Okay, because you have understood that the direction is given by the arrow. Okay. Any other information you can have? They are named A and B. Fantastic. Regarding values, if not exactly, you can compare whether their values are equal or unequal. If they are unequal, then which is bigger than which? Next to similar. Next to similar. Okay, no problem. Actually, I will never use any scale to draw these arrows. So when you see that they are next to similar, consider them to be similar. Okay? પછી એટલું નાનું છે ને એટલું મોટું એમાં નહીં પડવાનું. ઓકે, બેસો. When values are same, directions are same, then they are fully same. Vatsal ne? Utsav, your name? Yes. Suppose we want to compare Utsav with Yash, then there are hundreds of things we must compare. Is it not? But when we want to compare two vectors, only two things, value and direction, then 100% comparison has taken place. Okay? If the values are same, if the directions are same, means they are altogether same. Such vectors are known as equal vectors. We can write down vector A is equal to vector B. Another question. Suppose one vector is existing in this way. Another vector. Utsav? Yes. This is vector P and this is vector Q. Say a few words about these two vectors. Yes. Both are acting in mutually opposite direction. Fantastic. And about the values? Same. Okay. Now you are on right track. Okay, such vectors are known as opposite vectors. And that can be written like this. Though they are equal, but opposite means mathematically you have to put minus sign. We can say that vector P is equal to minus vector Q. That means the value wise they are equal, but direction wise they are mutually opposite. Okay. Third question. Suppose वेक्टर C एंड वेक्टर D. हेलो, ये जो एरो आप ड्रॉ करते उस वक्त वेक्टर बताते तो उसमें ये नहीं करना है। हो भाई जरा कंट्रोल। पाचे एम के आम छेन के में क्या खोटू करे एम के। दिस इज सिंबल एंड दिस इज पिक्टोरियल रिप्रेजेंटेशन एंड दिस इज नाइस एंड इजियर टू हैव पिक्टोरियल रिप्रेजेंटेशन। अब जब व्हीकल में जाते हैं हाईवे पर तो कई सारे सिंबल्स पिक्टोरियली बताते हैं कि आगे बम्प है, आगे टर्न है, आगे रेस्टोरा है, क्या है वगैरह। यदि वहां पर पैराग्राफ होते तो लोग आगे जा ही नहीं सकते ना, क्योंकि रीड करने में एक्सीडेंट हो जाता है। नाउ वेक्टर C and वेक्टर D are having same direction but unequal magnitude. ठीक है, ऐसे वेक्टर्स को हम पैरेलल वेक्टर्स कहते हैं. पैरेलल मीन्स पैरेलल, opposite means opposite, equal means equal. Names imply the meaning. Okay, every time don't be so serious about what we are imparting. Sometimes very simple and common sense based meanings are carried by the quantities or concepts. So don't take it seriously. Only direction same is the condition for vectors to be parallel to each other, irrespective of their length. These two are also parallel to each other, is it not? Now, suppose like this, two vectors are acting like this. Yes, Sonali? Say a few words about these two vectors. Mutually opposite direction, okay, and values are not equal, okay, not equal. Sonali, name? Dishant, okay, be seated. Such vectors are known as anti-parallel. ठीक है भाई, कभी भी आपको ऐसा बोलने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ने वाली है. Parallel, anti-parallel, equal, opposite, ठीक है, सब routine matter है. And fifth is aparallel, means neither parallel nor anti-parallel. Adaola hoy, they are aparallel. Let us go through it. To represent a vector quantity geometrically, an arrow is drawn. The length of this arrow is equal to the value of this vector quantity on a proper scale. See, we will also never use scale. This is first time and the last time that I refer to some scale, because exactly scale to scale drawing has no relevance in our further study. Just आपको पता चलना चाहिए कि ठोंगा सिर्फ ठोंगा नहीं है. It carries two vital information about the vector. The length gives the value and the arrow gives the direction. But arrow is sufficient to exactly give you direction. Length is not sufficient. We can just have comparative idea whether the given vector is greater than other or not. Okay? The head of the arrow is put in the direction in which the effect of this vector quantity is prevailing. Such vectors are known as free vectors. Why? Because you can draw from wherever you want. Suppose you want this vector to be drawn not from this point but from this point, you can draw. Just making sure that length is kept intact, direction is kept intact, because we have no right to alter these two things because they are unique to the given vector. They are giving us information. મન ફાવે આપણા ઠોંગા નહીં ડ્રો કરાય. તમને એક ડ્રો કરીને આપ્યો એને તમારે દુનિયામાં જ્યાં ડ્રો કરવો ત્યાં કરી શકો, provided you keep two things intact. One thing is length, other thing is color is optional. You can alter the color, of course. I have no option but to keep the color also intact. Color ગમે એ રાખી શકાય એમ કહું છું. Just free vectors જાણે દીजिए सब. Velocity is a physical quantity in which complete information is obtained if, hello, magnitude and direction. Sometimes students are having some non-conventional ways of replying the correct option. For example, the biggest length option will always be correct. Is it not? Not always, but if you have no idea as to which is exactly technically correct, and you happen to jump into the answer even though, then you can choose using such kind of logic, illogical logic. Equal vectors. If the value and direction of the two vectors are equal, they are called equal. Equal means equal, fully equal. जाने दीजिए सबको. Parallel means parallel, okay. Opposite means opposite. Anti-parallel means anti-parallel. And aparallel means, okay. Vectors A and vector B are equal if, yes, કઈ સમજાણું નહીં, કઈ લેંગ્વેજ હતી આ? સ્પેનિશ? Raise your hands. And if you want B to be correct, show me 2 fingers. If C to be correct, show me 3 fingers. So, and that's why only 4 options are there. It is physical limitation of human species. Hello? Now, this is time to teach you some mathematical aspect of vector quantity known as vector algebra. Means addition, subtraction, multiplication, etc. First, let us take one example of velocity, for example, 10 meter per second in suppose north direction. Imagine a situation, come on the road and imagine a vehicle like Harley Davidson, whatever you like. Velocity is 10 meter per second, directed towards the north, for example. Now suppose you find a very, very clear trafficless road and want to enjoy the ride. You increase the accelerator 3 times, for example. Then what will be the value of velocity? It will be 30. So simple. But direction will not change until and unless you are not putting extra effort to change the direction. Merely increase the lever, accelerator, will result in increase in the value. So, any scalar quantity, speed is made 3 times, 2 times, is to be multiplied with vector quantity. Then only value gets multiplied. Direction remains unaltered. It can be written like this. If scalar number, आपने 2 times, 3 times किया, उसको हम theoretically k times बोलते हैं, is to be multiplied with a vector quantity, then that quantity becomes k times. That means instead of 10 it becomes 3 times. If k is 3, it becomes 20 if k is 2. But direction remains as it is. This is simple, but I need to mention. That's why I mentioned. Now let us begin with addition and subtraction. Why at this age you are required to study addition and subtraction, even though you studied it in probably first standard? First, or some students might have studied addition in KG section also. Are you remembering about such kind of developments you witnessed during your very, very early childhood age? Hello? આવું કંઈક આવ્યું હતું, એડિશન તમને શીખવામાં આવ્યા હતા? એ એજમાં છોકરાઓ ક્વેશ્ચન કરે, ટીચરને પરસ્યો છૂટી જાય. Once upon a time, teacher was teaching addition in a KG section. She said, normally she remains there in early childhood age. She said that 3 plus 5 becomes 8. One child stood up and asked, why? Explain me. And it was very, very important question for that child. Teacher took so many examples. फिर तो दिमाग चला जाता है. 8 ही होता है, क्या करता है तू, कैसा है वैसा है. ઓલો ટસનો મસ જ નહોતો, તમારે મને સમજાવવું જ પડે કે એ 3 + 5 8 કેમ થાય. Then Pune came with some stones in his hands. એક બાજુ 3 પથ્થર રાખ્યા, એક બાજુ 5 રાખ્યા. ઓલા છોકરા પાસે ગણાવ્યું કે આ કેટલા 3, આ કેટલા છે 5. Now mix up. Now count. 8. Now it is okay. You are good teacher, better than mine. But here addition of vectors is under consideration. Initially, let us understand addition in pictorial fashion. That means vectors will be denoted by some tongas, arrows. Suppose you are required to add these 2 numbers, then the answer will be some different number depending upon the set of rules of addition. यहां पर ये क्वेश्चन है, ये आंसर है, ठीक है? तो ठीक उसी तरीके से मुझे भी आपको कुछ क्वेश्चन देना पड़ेगा. उसको ऐड करके आपको मुझे आंसर देना पड़ेगा, ठीक है। इफ द क्वेश्चन इज इन द फॉर्म ऑफ नंबर्स, द आंसर ऑट टू बी इन द फॉर्म ऑफ नंबर. Similarly, if the question is in the form of thongas, the answer will be also in the form of thonga. Okay, single thonga. Your answer is single number. So my question begins with two arrows, vector A and vector B, suppose. And I want to add these two and find out the resultant, not addition vector. Actually, in case of physical vector quantities, addition is not as it is understood by the students. If it were addition, then 5 plus 3 always becomes 8. But in case of force like vector quantity, it becomes anything. That means it is the resultant effect of addition of two vectors. So it should not be spoken as addition vector. It should be spoken as resultant vector. It is effective vector. Suppose these two vectors are being added. There are two methods. One is triangular method, another is parallelogram. Let us discuss both the methods simultaneously so that you can draw the difference. Triangular method and another is parallelogram method. When you are not sure about the spelling, you can write down continuously like this. This is the way. And normally doctors do this practice. મેડિકલ સ્ટોરમાં એક ભાઈ આવ્યો એટલે ચિઠ્ઠી આપી એટલે ઓલે દવા પેક કરીને આપી. ઓલો કે ભાઈ મેં એડ્રેસ તમને પૂછ્યું, ઓલે દવાઈ આપી દીધી. Triangular method and parallelogram. The name implies that some triangular and parallelogram type diagram will be developed. Very simple topic I am going to discuss. Actually, it is not at par with your intelligence. But जोर का झटका धीरे से लगे. सबसे पहले आपको एक रेफरेंस पॉइंट चूज करना है. It is nothing but to make a point in your page, not on the bench. Then next step is draw one out of two vectors being added from this reference point. Drawing of vector happens from the tail and reaches to the head. Choose any one out of two. Yes, A. Wow. It should be drawn from here. ગઢિયા કેજે કેટલું કરવાનું એ હજી કે આવું મેં ગુજરાતી મીડિયમમાં કીધું ને એક જણો કે આવા દે આવા દે આવા દે એટલે મેં કીધું યાર હું કઈ ટ્રકનો ડ્રાઈવર છું. એ ઉત્સાહમાં જ આવી ગયો, ભૂલી ગયો કે આ લેક્ચર હાલે છે. એના ફાધરને ટ્રાન્સપોર્ટેશનનો બિઝનેસ હતો, તેને આજ સાંભળેલું એકલું આવા દે આવા દે આવા દે. Approximately it should be હાલશે. Okay, vector A. Suppose OP. In case of parallelogram method, both the vectors must be represented from the reference point you have chosen. Both the vectors being added. तो पहला कैसे गढ़िया, हाँ जो माप रख जे तू भाई. दूसरा भी यहां से ड्रॉ करना है अप्रोक्सीमेटली. ओके, थर्ड स्टेप. ट्राइंगुलर मेथड में जो दूसरा बचा है उसको इट इज टू बी ड्रॉन फ्रॉम द हेड ऑफ द फर्स्ट वन, कीपिंग डायरेक्शन एंड वैल्यू इंटैक्ट एज फार एज पॉसिबल. यहां पर क्या करना है तीसरे स्टेप में? ड्रॉ टू साइड्स सच दैट all four taken together form a parallelogram. Now it is time to give you resultant vector. यहां पर vector connecting tail of the first with the head of the last gives us resultant vector. This is your answer. As I said, answer is also in the form of thonga. Here it is the diagonal passing through the reference point, which gives you resultant vector. Compare these two vectors. Seemingly they must be same. ये इस तरफ है तो ये भी इस तरफ है. देखिए इसकी लेंथ एप्रोक्सिमेटली मेजर कीजिए. બે વેચ છે તો આ એવું છે એવું જ કહેવાય. પછી થોડું પોઈન્ટ નહીં કાઢવાના ખોટે ખોટા, કારણ કે એપ્રોક્સિમેટલી ડ્રો કરું છું. પછી કે સહેજ ફેર પડ્યો એવું બધું નહીં કરવાનું. મારો ભાવ શું છે, વોટ આઈ ફીલ ટુ ડિલિવર ઇઝ ઇમ્પોર્ટન્ટ. ઓકે. આ યશે પહેલા એનું કીધું હતું, તમે સાંભળ્યું હતું ને? યશે એમ કીધું કે તું કેમ કાતરું મારે છે યાર, ફીલ ફ્રી. પહેલા એ કીધું ને પછી બી નો જ વારો આવે. સપોઝ દિશાંત એમ કીધું નહીં, પહેલા બી પહેલા એ નહીં, then also result remains unaltered. Just try to do this mentally without become mental. बी आपने पहले ड्रॉ कर दिया होता एज पर रूल. उसके हेड में से ए को ड्रॉ करना होता है एज पर रूल. व्हाट इज द रिजल्टेंट? टेल ऑफ द फर्स्ट, हेड ऑफ द लास्ट. द सेम आंसर वुड हैव बीन. ओके, क्लियर? रिकॉल. फर्स्ट एक पॉइंट करना है, वहां से किसी एक को ड्रॉ करना है, उसके हेड से दूसरे को ड्रॉ करना है. Resultant is the vector connecting tail of the first with the head of the last. Clear? Now it is your turn. Note, pen, ready. I am giving you a question in the form of two fungas, two vectors, yes. And you are supposed to find out the resultant using both the methods on the same page, so that you can compare the result. Ready? First of all, when I do two vectors on this board, you should also draw both the vectors, because your size, that is length, will be different than mine. તમારા અહીંયા હું ડ્રો કરું એવડું હમાશે એની અંદર, બરાબર છે? તો હું ડ્રો કરું બે. This is vector A and this is vector B. Start. Both methods. Both methods. चलिए फास्ट. हो गया? Raise your hands, those who have completed. Triangular as well as parallelogram. Any problem? Radharaj, completed? Okay. Okay, stop. Look at here. I am doing, you can compare yours. First of all, there should be a point from where your task begins. Yes, कौन सा पहले लेंगे? This time, change an idea. I am also changing. Vector B is directed in this direction. Then as per rule, another should be plotted from the head of the first. It is in the downward direction. Dishant is not comfortable. Facing any problem? So you have gotten like this. આવો મળ્યો કરતો આંગળી કેવો મળ્યો? આંગળીથી બધું કેવો મળ્યો? પક્કા? વેક્ટર A પ્લસ વેક્ટર B. કેટલાને આ સાચું છે? એપ્રોક્સિમેટલી આમ મળવું જોઈએ, કારણ કે કોમ્બિનેશન એવા ટાઈપનું છે. આ એક આમ છે ને એક આમ છે. નથી મળ્યું એને જુઓ. વોટ ઇઝ ધ પ્રોબ્લેમ? હવે ખ્યાલ આવી ગયો? રેઝ યોર હેન્ડ્સ. કોને કોને નથી મળ્યો આન્સર? જો લે, ઇફ યુ હેવ એની ડાઉટ યુ કેન આસ્ક ધ ટીચર્સ. ક્યાં મિસ્ટેક કરી હતી બકા? મિસ્ટેક ક્યાં કરી હતી? યસ, હાલો. વેર ડીડ યુ કમિટ એ મિસ્ટેક? ડાયરેક્શન જે હોય એ જ રાખવાની. હા, આ બી ને આ એ તો જેમ જેમ જ રાખવા પડે. રિઝલ્ટન્ટ ઇઝ ધીસ. ઓકે, ઓકે, નો પ્રોબ્લેમ. નાઉ parallelogram. Yes, attention. Reference point. Both the vectors must be drawn from the same point. Okay? This is like this, vector A, and this is like this. While doing selecting a reference point, make sure that you can complete your task within the size of your page. Hello? Common sense. This is B. Two sides so that parallelogram is completed. This is the resultant. Same. Kona kona hath છે? Raise your hands. Any problem? તમને કહું છું. Yes. Any problem? Okay. Now, attention over here. हो गया? देखिए, हमारा एक प्रयास रहेगा कि जितने बच्चे यहाँ पर बैठे हैं हर एक को चाहिए कि वो हर एक चीज अच्छी तरह से सीखे. सीखना आवश्यक है. Do not try to refrain yourself from the main ongoing discussion. Jump into it. Even if you commit mistake, we are here to solve. Otherwise, accumulation of your doubts will result in failure. ठीक है? Addition. Suppose addition is done with the help of triangular method or parallelogram method. Sometimes no method is required. I tell you the situation. Suppose there is one body which is acted upon by two forces. One force F1. Only I am mentioning value. Direction is obvious. Is 10 Newton. If, say, for example, another force is also acting in the same direction, it is Utsav. Suppose it is 5 Newton. Then you need not to invoke any of the methods we have studied. Because they are acting in the same direction, they follow the simple algebra. 10 plus 5 is 15. Even if you use triangular or parallelogram method, you will find 15 answer. Suppose let us use triangular method. Then there is a reference point. Then one vector is to be drawn. Okay, whose length is 15. Length is 10. Okay. F1 vector. Then as per our rule, another must be plotted from the head of the first. The second vector must be initiated from this point. Is it not? Its length is half than previous. So this length is 10, this is 5. And what is the resultant as per our rule? It is the vector connecting tail of the first with the head of the last. So it is exactly equal to 10 plus 2, 10 plus 5. But यदि ये 5 इस तरफ होता, then what would have happened? पहला एक ड्रॉ किया, उसके बाद दूसरा ड्रॉ किया. This would be the resultant direction and its value will be with guarantee smaller than 15. Because it is the rule of triangle. If this is to be 10, this is to be 5, this is to be less than 10 plus 5. Otherwise it cannot complete a triangle. Understand? तीसरी बाजू दोनों के सम से कम ही होती है. बात समझ में आती है? Now suppose you are asked to add more than two vectors, then what? should be done. For example, this is one vector, vector A. This is another vector, vector B. And suppose this is one more vector, vector C. Now you are supposed to find out the resultant vector. See, vector, I am telling you without mentioning specific physical quantity right now, because right now I am not teaching you topic of physics. Right now I am teaching you vector as a mathematical topic. And in mathematics, the numbers are always kept abstract. Means I am not revealing what the vector A is, what the vector B is. There may be velocities, there may be forces, there may be accelerations, there may be momenta. Understand? So it often happens that body is acted upon by more than two forces simultaneously at the same point. And we are required to find out the resultant. So such kind of situation we will be facing. At that time, if you want to use triangular method, then please recall the steps to be pursued. पहला ड्रॉ करवानो, उसके हेड पर से दूसरा, उसके हेड पर से तीसरा, वही मेथड पे जाना है. And what is your resultant? Vector connecting tail of the first with the head of the last. I used the word last, not second, because I wanted to increase the numbers. दो ही वेक्टर रखना मैं नहीं चाहता था. तो पहला वेक्टर इस तरफ है, ये वेक्टर ए है. उसके बाद ये है वेक्टर बी. वाओ. उसके बाद ये है वेक्टर सी. वाओ. ઘડિયા બરાબર છે? હાલશે કે થોડુંક ઉપર નીચે કરવું છે? ચાલશે બસ. Now the resultant is this. Though the shape is not triangular and cannot be when it increases by 3, but still it is known as triangular method because the inherent steps we pursued were those pursued in the triangular method of addition of vectors. This vector is resultant of these three. In 12th standard, there are many situations. In 11th also. Suppose, let us consider the topic of gravitation. Gravitation you might have studied up to at least some extent. Suppose there are three masses kept at three vertices of equilateral triangle. Can anyone say the formula for gravitational force? Yes? Are you sure? Gravitational force. Gravitational force. Yes, you said acceleration, gravitational acceleration. I want the formula for gravitational force. G m1 m2 by r square. You might also be aware about, but you took it superficially, no problem. You are right. If I ask you about gravitational acceleration, this is gravitational force I am talking about. Gravitational force acts between any particle in this universe. It is not merely the story of earth and the apple. Hello? Hello? कहीं कोई चमक नहीं आती है. न्यूटन एक दिन बैठा था पेड़ के नीचे, सफरजन नीचे गिरा. हम लोग होते तो और गिरा कर खा जाते. ये भी वही करता रहा था पिछले सालों में. एक दिन क्या हुआ पता नहीं, उसको बस हट गई उसकी, यार ये नीचे ही क्यों गिरा, ऊपर क्यों नहीं गया. ज्यादातर तो साइंटिस्ट लोग ऐसे ही होते हैं. तो फिर उसने एक रूल लॉ बना दिया. एवरी पार्टिकल ऑन दिस प्लेनेट इन द यूनिवर्स यू कैन से exerts gravitational attractive force upon every other particle. Means gravitational force right now acting between these two guys also. Between this guy and this fan, between this fan and this projector, gravitational force is existing 24/7 round the clock. તો આ બે ચોંટી નથી જતા, તમે જોયું? That means I am not wrong, neither Newton. But the force is so big that we are not experiencing in our day-to-day life. And it is nature's blessing upon all the living species. Otherwise, we cannot differentiate ourselves. Hello? It is very, very weak force. And suppose another mass is kept over here at the centroid. Then this mass will exert the force in this direction. This mass will exert the force in this direction because it is attractive in nature. And this mass will exert the force in this direction. Suppose this mass is capital M, then force will be G m1 m2 by r square. R is the distance between two masses under consideration. It is similar in all three cases. Hence the force will be same. Value wise same means length wise same, okay? Now I want to find out the resultant force upon this mass. Then we must invoke this method, triangular method of addition. Let us choose one reference point. One force is directed in this direction. Another is in this direction. That means it should be drawn like this. Okay? In the direction draw karwan. Third one is to be drawn from the tail of the second. It is directed in this direction. I tell you, for sure this will happen. The head of the last will touch the tail of the first one. Hence the resultant is 0. Hello? What is resultant? It is the vector connecting tail of the first with the head of the last. And they have met personally, leaving no space. Hello? So, the vector connecting tail of the first with the head of the last is 0. It has no length, means no value. So, whenever you come across such kind of situation, in which more than two vectors are existing at the same point, having same value, having same separation in the form of angle, and having sum of angles 360 degree, then for sure the resultant will be 0. Hello? Because they will form closed triangle. यहाँ पर क्या है? Looking to the geometry, these two will be separated by 120 degree. Is it not so? These two will be separated by 120 again, and these two also. Now sum of these three angles will be 360. So essentially what it means, इस एंगल इस डायरेक्शन से इस डायरेक्शन 120 डिग्री टर्न होती है, इसकी डायरेक्शन से इसकी डायरेक्शन 120 डिग्री, तो दो बार 120 होकर के ये फिर मिल जाता है यहां पर. बात समझ में आती है? फॉर एग्जाम्पल, आई कीप 6 masses equal at 6 vertices of a hexagon, and suppose I put some mass over here and ask you about the net force acting upon this mass, for example capital M, without going into this cumbersome process of drawing all the forces and getting them summed, you can reply in a state that the resultant will be 0. But make sure that all the forces are same. Make sure that all are having equal separation in terms of angle, and make sure that all the angles sum up becomes 360 degree. In this case, this particle will exert the force in this direction. This particle will exert the force in this direction. This particle in this direction, this in this direction. All will be having 60 degree separation, is it not? All will be same in value because the formula holds same, distance same, दोनों मास बराबर है. So even if you do not draw the triangle like this, resultant will be 0. In this way you can use this method. Sometimes situation comes in such a fashion that it is better to use parallelogram method than triangular method. I tell you. For example, once again let us consider triangle, and one mass is here, one mass is here, one mass is here. Suppose you are asked to find out, hello, the force acting upon this one by rest of the two particles. Then just try to draw the vectors. ये वाला इसके ऊपर इस तरफ फोर्स लगाएगा. Let us assume the length arbitrarily. This particle will exert the force in this direction only. Okay. Now I want to find out the net force. That means sum of two force vectors. This time it is better to use parallelogram method because half the method is done already. Make it your reference point. Then as per the rule, both the vectors being added must be drawn from this point, and this has been done already. Now you just need to complete the parallelogram and draw the diagonal. Complete the parallelogram by drawing two sides on your own. And the diagonal passing through the reference point will give you the resultant force. Hence the resultant is in the downward direction. Suppose this is one marble. Laggi remela ke rahi? Laggi. Hello, laggi. Hello, hello, marble. Laggi remelo. Suppose this is a laggi. What do you call it? Marble or laggi? Or you never played? No? How many of you have enjoyed playing with marbles? Okay. This is ground level work. And I te be laggi jo hoy dharo ke marble jo hoy. So this marble will exert force in this direction. This marble will exert the force in direction. And suppose I ask you which way third one will go, then it will go in the direction of net force. Neither towards this marble, not towards the bay nokhu tanawa to tiji disha ma jain pachi ya direction ma jase ખ્યાલ આવે છે. Because the particle will move in the direction in which the net force acts. Okay. There is the theory. You can just write down once. અત્યારે नहीं, homework में. The vectors are geometrically added as shown below. ठीक है, उसमें मैंने जैसा बताया वही important है. क्या लिखा उसमें कुछ नहीं करना है. ये more than 2 vectors तो भी हमें triangular method ही pursue करना है. देखिए वेक्टर A, B, C, तो डायग्राम देख लीजिए. वेक्टर A, उसके बाद B, उसके बाद C, then the vector connecting tail of the first with the head of the last gives us resultant. Okay. सब्ट्रैक्शन करना है, 2 ही मिनट लगेंगे. सब्ट्रैक्शन में हम लोगों को उल्लू बनाना चाहते हैं. आपने कभी किसी को बनाया? हर बार? कभी कभार? हेलो? So what do you do? No? Suppose this is vector A and this is vector B, and now I am interested in finding subtraction vector. So one thing we can do, if you want to save the time, then vector A plus vector minus B. So essentially it is addition process which we already studied. You just need to find out minus B vector out of vector B. How come? Opposite, yes. Now this is minus B, okay? Add them. Reference point. This is vector A and this is vector minus B. And the resultant is this one. It is addition of these two vectors. हम लोग करेंगे addition, मगर गांव वाले कहेंगे कि क्या हुआ? Subtraction. हो गया काम खत्म. Okay? So we have not introduced any new method for subtraction process. Just make the negative of the vector being subtracted and get them added. That's it. This is one homework, very simple.